Welcome to English 272 World Literature 2. I'm Dr. Cherie Davis, your academic dean here at the institution, but also for this course, your instructor. Let me welcome you to our online version. This course is being conducted during the interim term, meaning that you are trying to complete 15 works a week in 1 week. I'm going to say that again. You are attempting to complete 15 weeks of work in just 1 week. So what does that mean? So let's just kind of have a talk about this. Number one, I've taught this course before. I taught it for the last 2 summers, and students have been successful in the course. But they're successful because they have done a couple things. 1, they follow and read instructions. 2, they have allotted the full week and cleared their schedules. You need to allot anywhere from 8 to 10, sometimes even 12 hours of time to actually get the individual units done. In other words, if you have to work this week, or if you only think you can do this course in a couple of hours, anything like that, you need to drop the course now. This course does run during the regular summer term, which begins in another week or so, and you can take this course for 10 weeks opposed to 1 week. So the only students that should be enrolled in this course are students who have cleared their schedules for the entire next 7 days. So this course starts today, which is Monday, and it ends on Saturday. But what I've done in this course to try to help students, if you see, I've added a 7th day, which is day 6 and 7 right here. I've done that to give you an extra day on your final. Now, you don't have to take that extra day if you want to. If you want to submit your final and get everything done, it's a final paper. If you don't want that extra day, you don't have to take it, okay? So the first thing, again, is that you need to dedicate at least 8 to 10 hours, sometimes more, depending if you're a slow typer or not. If it goes over 10 hours, it will go over 10 hours. But you have to get up in the mornings, get started early. I've always recommended that get started early in the day. Don't try to get this work done at night. This course is jam-packed with information. You're reading a lot of novels and plays, and you're writing pretty much every day. So that, when you're trying to do writing at night, you're going to do sloppy work, and you're going to start getting low grades. So you want to get up early, you want to be well rested, and work. So I'm spending a lot of time on that because that's the key to passing the course. All right, so the first thing you need to do, and you're doing it, is to follow the Get Started Now directions. They're very, very clear. Whenever you take an online course, you need to slow down, read all of the directions, because that is how this course is conducted. You're not going to call me to get directions. They're already in the course, and your job is to read everything because it's out here, okay? So notice what it says. It's talking about the dedicated time. Then you have to watch the video, which you're doing right now, and you can go down each point to point. One thing I want to point out to you is step 5, and that's the plagiarism section. You must pass a plagiarism test before you can even start on Unit 1. So if you notice right here, step 5 is very, very important. You have to score an 80% or higher on the post-test. This post-test, just click this link and get started. You need to go through the tutorials. You need to go through the lessons that this website has, the quizzes that it has, and then finally the post-test. Never take the post-test before you go through all those tutorials. Everything is free online. You score an 80% or higher, and then you can move on. You can retake this test over and over until you get that 80%. Okay? All right, so then you go to step 6, which is to start Unit 1. One of the things that the Get Started button will tell you to do is to go through and familiarize yourself with the course. As you can see, the way this course is designed, we have Getting Started. You only use this the first day, right up here. Then you can see our announcements are over here. You'll eventually begin to see that announcements are things that I will post. Only if there's something to post, I'll communicate with you when grades are finished, like maybe I'm finished grading, or maybe there's something I want to remind you about, or maybe there's something I'm noticing, like for example, if your writing is weak, then I'm going to start requiring you all to do a little bit more in terms of preparing for your writing so you don't fail the course because of poor writing and things like that. Oftentimes I will kind of watch what students are doing and give you specific information. It might be even additional information if you're struggling. Let's say you're struggling with introductory paragraphs, and I may put some more videos out there about that, and that's where I'll communicate that through the announcements channel. Okay. This is the email information for me. This is how you can email me. Just simply go down to, I don't know if you see all of this that I see, I'm not sure, but all you have to do is go to all instructor users, and you can send me an email and I will get it. You'll see our calendar here. Here's the instructor contact information. One thing that's important is that I do not accept phone calls typically at all. We can set up a conference call, that's different, but I just don't want you to randomly call me. That's not something that I like. The best thing to do to reach me is to email me. It is, believe it or not, the more efficient way of emailing me. The reason why I don't like phone calls is that I am a dean and I am very busy, meaning that I might be in a meeting when you call. I might be running between campuses when you call, and then we end up in this phone tag experience. I know you have experienced that before. When you call someone, you don't reach them, and then they call you, and you don't reach them. It goes back and forth, and it can go on for a day. It's ridiculous. So don't do it. Don't call me. It's best to email me because I check my email all the time, or you can send me a text. That's fine. It depends. A lot of times I'll be able to respond immediately. If I don't respond immediately to your text, I'm probably in a meeting or there's something going on, but I'll respond back to you in that day. Okay? So that's really important for you to know. Here's our discussion board. We only have a few discussion items in this class. And let me get out of it. We only have a few discussion boards. You can see there are a few that are kind of spread out, as you can see. Well, actually, it's more than a few. I forgot myself. I haven't taught this since last summer, so forgive me. So there are quite, it seems like there's quite a few in here. And so this is the way that you would go into the discussion board. And there's a little video right here that you can link. If you're not used to discussion boards in Blackboard, just click on this video link and it will show you how to post to our discussion board. I build in a lot of videos in this course to help you and guide you within our course. Here are all of the different units. Remember that if you look at the calendar, let's look at this quickly. You are on a very short window, so every unit you have the full 24 hours to finish that work. So you can see that Unit 1, when is it due? All work due by 11:59 p.m. on this day, meaning May 16th. So Unit 2, everything is due May 17th. You see, it's a very quick turnaround. You might have anywhere from 7 to 8 assignments. They're all due on the same day. That's what I mean by it takes 8 to 10, sometimes a little bit more hours to get all your work done. Unit 3 is set up the same way. All Unit 3 work is due Wednesday, and you can see this. I don't have to go through each day, but you can see how the weekly assignments are due. And there's also other information about that as well. Each unit, I'm going to go into each unit. So I'm going to go into Unit 1. You're going to see a to-do list. That's the first thing you're going to notice. And this is a really good thing for you to do. This will help you not to miss any assignments. I remember this happening last summer to a student. She missed a paper. I still don't know how she did that. I don't know how anyone can miss any assignments. And so I did not let her make that assignment up. And the reason is because it's very, very clear. Look at assignment step 6 right here. Write a paper. And so you're responsible for checking off each thing that you do. And if you scroll down for each unit, so you start off with the to-do list and you scroll down and the assignments are right here. Assignment 1, assignment 2, and you scroll down, there's assignment 2, it matches. There's assignment 3, assignment 4, assignment 5, and assignment 6. You see? So everything is lined up for you. There's no reason for you to miss any assignment, and that's your job. It's not my job to call and say, hey, don't forget assignment 2 and don't forget assignment 3. You're taking an online course, and this is an independent study, which means that you are independently working through this course. I'm not, reminding you, hey, Unit 2 is starting. Sometimes I'll do that, but that's not really my role here because everything is already here. I've already reminded you because the calendar is there, you see? So once I give you the information, this course is already on, it's kind of like an auto-piloted course. Everything is there. You have to read it, and you have to follow it, and you have to do it. Does that make sense? So you're self-guided because everything, I've already done my work. My work was building the course. Does that make sense? So everything is here. Now you need to contact me though. Let's say that you click this button. This is a handout that I want you to read. Let's say you click this button, and I'm going to go out and get the handout. Just follow the links. And for some reason this PDF doesn't come up. Then you need to, contact me if you're having trouble. You can also try switching browsers. Sometimes if you're using Internet Explorer, sometimes Internet Explorer doesn't interface really well with Blackboard. So switch to Google Chrome, which is another Internet Explorer device. So you can, or Internet Zone, if you will. So you can try that first, because the first thing I'm going to do, if you email me, I'm going to say, what browser are you using? Go ahead and switch browsers and see if in fact that'll help. Okay, so this is how you gather your assignments for each week. And so again, I'm going to go into Unit 4 just to kind of show you that all of them are set up that way. So there's your to-do list. There you go. And then you'll start to begin to see the assignments. Read everything within an assignment. Don't skim it. Read it. Make sure you understand the directions, because if you ask me a question, I'm going to respond to you. But the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to always go back and look at the directions, right? And if the directions clearly state what the assignment is, right, and I can see the answer to your question, I'm going to direct you back. I'm going to say something like, your question is already addressed in the directions, and I might paste in those directions for you or give you this link back. I'll say, please go back and thoroughly read the directions, right? Please go back and thoroughly read the directions. One great thing about this course that I think you'll like, number one, there is no book, because all of the assignments are embedded, right? For example, here's something like we're looking at Macbeth here. You have to read the play, but one of the things I've done since we're not in class together is that whenever I give you the text, which is here's the text version, there's also the audio reading. So you can pull up the play and then listen to someone read the text with you. And so that really, if you don't want that part of it, that's fine. But I've done that to help speed you through some of the content of some of these plays, and to help you with your comprehension and understanding, okay? So that might surprise you, but I've tried to do that as much as possible. Big news. One, you need to demonstrate the use of MLA in this course. That's actually an assignment, so I won't spend too much time on that, except for you to know that there's two things I expect out of you with your writing. Number one, that you are decent writers. I expect you to spend time revising and demonstrate that you have passed English 1 and 102, and that papers coming into me should be good, okay? Also, they should be MLA papers that you need to demonstrate competency of MLA. You should have learned that in English 101 and 102. If you're struggling, we have an MLA support center in here. Again, I did link this to one of your assignments. You'll see that in Unit 1, you're going to have to review the support center in the Writer's Toolkit. And also, under the Getting Started section, you have to go through plagiarism. You cannot plagiarize in this class. That's using someone else's work. For example, if let's say someone else took this class and they said, hey, you can use my paper. Well, guess what? Both of you will be thrown out of school. We track those kinds of things. Whenever you submit a paper, we put it through a plagiarism detector. And I want you to understand that that means that the student's paper that he or she submitted from a semester ago went through the plagiarism detector. So that means it will detect that you're using someone else's work. Also, if you're quoting but you don't give any reference or citation for what page number and who are you quoting. So you'll learn all this, but you cannot plagiarize. You have to learn how to properly paraphrase information, and you definitely need to demonstrate that you know how to do that. Advanced students know how to do that. Students who have passed English 101 and 102 should demonstrate that competency. That's why you are not permitted to take your literature courses until you've passed English 1 and 102. That's one of the reasons why we have that prerequisite sitting out there. You will submit all of your papers in this window right over here. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 papers. That's what I mean. This is a busy week. You have 4 papers. They're not all due the same day. Typically, they're due one day at a time. Well, not typically. They are due one day at a time. So Medea is your first paper, and you'll read the play, ... So to submit your paper, just come in here, click on, and just follow the directions. I won't belabor this, but you can see the directions are right here, how to submit your paper. It's very basic. I may add a video on how to submit your paper, but it really is very, very simple to do. And in fact, let me just show you right now. You just go ahead and click the link here, and you can view the rubric. This course, this particular paper has a rubric. It's always important. I would say always view the rubric even before you begin writing the paper. I would come in here and take a sneak peek. And then you scroll down. Then, of course, you have saved your paper somewhere. So you just click Browse My Computer. You go to your documents and find your paper. Right? I didn't plan on doing this, but let's say that this is my paper right here. So click on it, hit open, and it will attach it, as you can see right here. Scroll down and then hit submit. It's that simple, and then I have it. If you want to put any comments to me, maybe you're going to say, Dr. Davis, I am so proud of my paper. I cannot wait to see your comments. Whatever it is, whatever comment, and then you just hit submit, and it drops into my grade book. Because this course is so fast, I will try my best to keep up with the grading, but at the same time, you need to give me, I would say, about a 48-hour window to grade things. That's 2 days. So if something's due on Monday, hopefully I'll have it back to you by Wednesday. I will try my best. The good news is that I usually communicate if I'm running late on something. I'll always let you know that I won't get it back in 48 hours. Maybe I need a little bit more. But I'll try my best because I know you guys are working really, really hard. This week, I'll try my best to stay on it and get things back to you, really even the next day if I can. But I can't make that promise, okay? But I'll try my best. So as you're working hard, I'm working hard too. And you can see this is where your tests are. There are 2 tests in this course. Gilgamesh is 1 test, and there's Macbeth. So, again, it's a lot going on for you and for me. And you work hard and I'll work hard. Well, I hope this tutorial, I'm going to go back to our announcements. I hope this tutorial is helpful to you. Again, what I want you to do at this point is go back to getting started. You've just completed item number 2, and it's time for you to go to step 3, okay? Again, I'm Dr. Cherie Davis. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or text me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Again, welcome to the interim term for English 272.